Hey superstars, it's Dr. Conklin. Sorry, I was listening to my music and I just got in the mood, you guys know. But we're on page 25 today, and today we're talking about a really specific theorem called the triangle angle bisector theorem. TAB, if you will. TAB theorem. I just made that up. That's not really what we call it, but that's okay. This is a really straightforward theorem, which basically says that if we have a ray in a triangle, it is going to cut this side here into sides that are proportional. And those sides are going to be proportional. So this side is proportional, or is in ratio, proportional is not the right word, to this side. And then these two sides are in ratio, which gives us a nice proportion. Okay? So A over C, so if I'm my first triangle, A over C equals B over D, which is right here. Okay, so let's just do an example. I think that's probably the best way to start into this. So what I like to do is just maybe put a little picture in each diagram. I put a little star here, a little smiley face here. So I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to stay in the star triangle to start. 8 over 3. Now notice I'm going here to here. So I'm starting on this side and moving to the side opposite. We want to do the same thing in the smiley face. I'm going to start at this side and go to the side opposite. Now, one thing we noticed on your midterms, guys, and actually in all our quizzes and tests, you guys are superstars at cross multiplying. So here, 3x equals, and 15 times 8 is 120. So now we're going to divide by 3, and x equals 40. And then just check your work, my friends. Let's make sure, does this make sense? If I put 40 in here, first of all, this is 3, this is 8, right? So we're definitely getting bigger for our x. So if this is 15, 40 is bigger. And it's not a negative, it's not some ridiculously huge number. Okay, let's go down to example 3. Again, I like to just draw a little picture. Let's do maybe a little heart in this triangle. And we'll do, I'm going to do a star, but how about a little square? We'll do a square, all the sides are the same, right? So I'm going to start by staying in, by going to my angle where I have two congruent angles. I'm going to go from x to 4. So x over 4, that's my first ratio, equals my second ratio. Again, I'm going to go back to that angle, 42 over 24. Okay, and then we can cross multiply, and we get 24x equals 42 times 4 is 168. Okay, we're going to divide both sides by 24. And then I'm going to just check this quick. So 168 divided by 24 is good old 7. So let's just check our work. Again, part of this lesson for our purposes to make sure, does this make sense? Here's my x. I'm going to just put a 7 in here. Does that make sense? From 7 to 4, 42 to 24. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Again, not a negative, not like a crazy big number. Okay, so if we look at these kind of questions, we did just a few of these. I think you guys sort of get the pattern. Why don't I just have you try number 4 right now on your own. Try one more, and then you can check your answer with mine. So 12 over 5 is going to equal, change the color, x over 15. So that's going to give us, when we cross multiply, 5x equals, oops, get my calculator here. That's 180. Divide by 5. So x equals 36. Again, that answer seems to make sense, right? That's bigger. That makes sense. Okay, so let's look at page 26 just so we can do a couple review questions. And these are actually some more side splitter that you guys did in yesterday's video. So let's go down to the bottom of page 26 just so we get a little review in. These are different ways to look at it. Same idea. Do you guys see in here we actually sort of have a triangle with two parallel lines? Right here are parallel lines. Parallel, right? So let's write a proportion here. I'm going to do 5 over x equals, now again I went top to bottom, so I'm going to go top to bottom here. 6 over 4.5. Now you guys are my all-stars, superstar cross multipliers. So 6x equals 5 times 4.5, 22.5. Divide by 6. 3.75. Again, make sure that makes sense. We have 3.75 here. If I look here to here, these are going down, so that does make sense. Okay. Now this one here is a little bit. Actually, I don't want to. Which one do I want to do? Yeah, I wanted to do C, just because I don't want to. We don't want to go too crazy with today's lesson. So if I look at C, guys, if I'm comparing 5, right, and I'm going back and forth and thinking, what am I going to compare this to? Well, I see that this whole length is 9, so I'm just going to take 1 second and write 4 centimeters in here, right? Doesn't really require us to do that much extra work, but just so you see that step. So I'm going to do x over 6, set that equal to 4 over 5. Oh, you know what, guys? Actually, I forgot to put these were centimeters in here. We really should have our units. Okay, let's cross multiply. So 5x equals 24. Divide by 5. So x should be 4.8. Okay. And I'm going to put 4.8 here. Yeah, and that does make sense, right? This is bigger than this, so that makes sense. All right, I think that we are going to do another day of page 27 for you guys, but actually 27 would be a perfect one for you guys to do for review, I think. Let me just double check. All right, so for homework tonight, guys, since our video is pretty short, please go to page 28, and we're going to have you circle just a few. Whoops. So here's page 28. I want you guys to try 2A, C, D, E, and F. Okay, so that's, oh, and then also down here, I and J. So let me just zoom out so you guys can, so not everyone on this page, G you can skip, H you can skip, E you can skip, and all this you can skip. Okay, so if you need to take a picture of this, if you don't have the packet, go for it. But have a great day. Thanks for your hard work, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.